newspaper is Akron's #1 voice for urban press. So when events like this happen, we have to be out here to show everybody this black excellence. And speaking about black excellence,
we gonna jump right into it. Yeah. All right. Report reveals police issued 71 impossible orders to Tyree Nichols in 13 minutes. Okay. You know we get all of our news and information from the Reporter newspaper, so pull up your smartphones. Send me smartphones, paper format if you're super smart. www.thereporternewspaperonline.com. Right on the homepage. All right. So footage from the Tyree Nichols fatal traffic stop found that police officers issued a barrage of confusing, conflicting, and sometimes impossible to obey commands. If Nichols did not comply, or even if he did, the police would respond with increasing force. According to the footage analyzed by the New York Times, police officers shouted a total of at least 71 orders in the roughly 13 minutes before they radioed in that Nichols was in custody. The orders were given in two separate places, one near Nichols' vehicle and another where he had run to avoid being beaten severely. The video revealed that often the officers shouted conflicting orders, making it difficult for Nichols to understand and obey. Nichols was ordered by officers to display his hand, even as officers held the young man's hands. At one point, they shouted for him to get down on the ground while he was already on the ground. And when they had his body under their control, the officers still made him change positions. The experts agree that the actions of the Memphis police officers were a blatant illustration of a widespread problem in policing in which officers physically punish civilians for perceived disrespect or disobedience, a phenomenon known as contempt of cop, the Times reported. The article goes on. It's I'm not going to call it lengthy because it's the appropriate length, and it could go on a bit further, but it does touch on a lot of points, and I really think that everybody should read the article, whether you've seen the video or not.
And unfortunately, I've seen the video. Did you see the video?
It was happened upon me, and man, I felt like little Miss Muffet.
Babe, we watched it together. So I have a couple questions that I think it'd be a good topic for us to talk about and also share with the community. And I'm curious to what you guys think too. Do you guys think that this particular incident right here was a case of black cops showing off for the European cops or the whole copying or policing community? I'm curious to what you guys really think about that, because this is unique, especially it took 20 days for them to release the video. 20 days. And these were 5 African American cops that was charged with this. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that it's just a case of them showing off?
Let me get this. Okay. To be totally honest, this is not unique. It's unique that we seeing this.
Right, okay? Right.
That's number one.
Right.
Hell, it was songs, big ups to
KRS-One.
KRS-One.
Right,
that's enough said. Black cop.
Right.
Okay. Hell, even a group called Hard Knocks on distributed by EMI, the label would come back to me. But they made a song about this, about the same exact thing. Ice Cube, right? Ice Cube. So it's not new.
Right.
We just now get to see it, and his brother Tyree, what's his last name?
Nichols.
Unfortunately lost his life.
Right.
Okay? Now, when it comes to black cops showing off for the white cops, we know that's a damn thing. Now it's to the next level that they're showing off for the whole blue community.
Right.
And that's what this thing is all about. Like I was watching a video today, and they were saying how people was arguing about the real reason on what's really happening with the mentality of the policing. One guy was trying to say it's not just this black cops, these 4 or 5 black cops jumping on this brother. It's anybody in blue jumping on us. We need affirmative. We need literally something to happen right now that's happening that you alluded to with them showing off the pictures and stuff and the videos immediately less than 20 days. They said that's the standard now. We just don't see it in our favor.
Right.
20 days or less is the standard. Like the family's attorney, he said, let this be the standard
For everybody.
for every cop. And let this be the damn standard that we don't wait 90 damn days to a year. Some things happen, took a year to figure it out. No, you get the damn, I think the law passed last year, but we wasn't finding it. Nothing really of this magnitude happened to where we would reap the benefits. So what you think about it, Ms. Burrs?
They showing off for the blue. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest with you. They look up the history of where police started. Okay. It wasn't to protect and serve. It was to check your freedom papers. Okay. So let's start there. Also, they do, and they it's like, oh, but they're black. Nah, you wanted to be blue. Y'all started that Blue Lives Matter and all of that. Nah, nah, we know what color you are, blue. And
I like that. They got a culture of their own.
And I'm gonna tell you something about what hits me when I think about a blue. A lack of oxygen. When you have a lack of oxygen, you can't think. That's why you blue.
Okay.
Good one. I like that.
You suffocating. And I don't like the disrespect of a cop. Oh yeah, you disrespect. So now it's man. Nah, you don't get to take out because Tyrone took your lunch money in 3rd grade, sir. So now you're gonna be a cop, so you can try to take it off on me. Oh no, you gotta talk to me, and so I don't have to talk to you any old kind of way. I have to talk to you legally and lawfully. But if you want some BS, why is it that Tad can call bullshit, but Tyrone can't?
Come on now. Come on. I like that. That's powerful. And you know what? They call this particular clique of, and they do. We here in Akron, we call them the gang unit. Okay. There's certain amount of people and resources they have allocated to our communities. Some of them, they call it the gang unit. In this particular spot in Memphis, they call them the jump out boys.
The jump out boys.
And they say they 100% aggravated and agitated all the time. They just rolling up on people.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to this man. Matter of fact, they're saying it. The attorney is saying it right now. So we got these people with these attitudes that's assuming
LDE.
That's assuming everybody should be getting jumped out on. But what they're doing is, and the sad part is,
the stop and frisk. They do it in New York. They do it. It's all over and the bottom line is it's unacceptable. And I have something to say, but I will not say it on this here platform. Okay, but just
okay. So I like what both of you
Malcolm X be calling me
said. So I had to watch the video and kind of listen to what was going on. And before I read the article that you read, I watched it, and some of the things that was said in the article went through my head. Wait a minute. You asking him to put his hands behind his back. Well, one of y'all got one of his arms this way, and then the other one, you got him a certain way. And the way that the camera is angled, it would appear that he's resisting arrest. But I had to look at it a couple more times. How can he even comply and you have him twisted up? And then first you said, lay down. He's like, I'm down. Then you said, get on your stomach. Then you said, put your hand behind your back. I thought they was playing Simon Says on the ground.
I'm gonna say this. You saying it looks like he was resisting her. I have actively seen a multiple, an assortment, a plethora, if you will, of non-melanated peoples, some of with semi-automatics, some of with AK-47s, some of with you insert the militia weapon that of your choice. I know that sounds a certain way, but suck it up. Nonetheless, they get taken into custody alive.
I got Hold on, let me say something.
Why do we have to comply to survive? Why can't I resist arrest and not be murdered because of it?
I like that. I got something to add. I'm gonna play literally the devil's advocate. Okay? But I'm the God, but I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. I'm gonna tell you what I really saw. I saw him not putting his arm behind his back. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I saw it with my own eyes.
But he couldn't.
Hold on,
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Now this is for the people that believes. I'm not saying it's me, but this is for the people who believes, brother, do what you got to do to get your ass home. Comply to a degree. Now I'm telling you for a fact, I seen the brother saying, "Why the hell are you doing this?" They said, "Put your arm behind your back." First thing out the top when they pulled him out the car, he did not. He did not. And you can. It's easy to pull your arm behind your back, especially when they're doing it. Now I ain't talking about what happened after the fact.
Or what happened before.
The fact is, they say put your arm behind your back. He did not do that. And I'm not saying that warned him getting his ass whooped, killed, or nothing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for a fact, we know when they say do a thing and you don't do a thing, this is law. They can break you until you put your arm behind your back. That's legal. That's how they teach the policemen to do. If they're not complying, they're resisting arrest. If you flex up and I'm trying to turn your arm back, but I can keep telling you over and over, if you're not complying, they can come down on your head and anything to get you to break your arm back. Why should you, if you know that's what they taught, and maybe we don't know that. This is in their law. This is how they train the police. The police. If they ask you to resist and you on some, I am, but you really not, and you tensing up, they can feel you tensing up, they ain't gonna whoop your ass. That's a fact.
But I done
We've
seen
seen
Tad
it over and
Tiffany
over.
do it too many times.
But they can get, I said I'm being a devil's advocate. I done seen a couple of white people get their ass dealt with because they resisting arrest. Just like that. Now I seen one white lady with her head down on the ground, and this is a woman. And this guy elbowing her down, boom, 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 until she broke down and put her arm behind her back. I'm saying that's how they're taught. And that's what I'm saying. With us, at the end of the day, if we don't feel like we're being justifiably persecuted or dealt with like that, we're going to nut up. And I would do the same thing. I'm going to be honest. I would do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those guys, you might not see me home. I'm being honest with you. To do or die, we're going to fight freedom or death. You're not going to encroach my freedom for no damn reason. So that's the type of guy I am. But understand, I saw it with my own eyes. He did not. I'm not saying he should have did nothing.
I just want to know what the traffic stop was before you got pulled over.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, we seen crucial parts of it, and we did. But they even said that they had the footage that he did not make any wrong turns or anything. We didn't get opportunities to see that. We didn't get an opportunity to actually see them pulling him over. What we saw basically was from the point of they were saying that he was being combative or not being in compliance. So, in my humble opinion, until I actually really, really get more and more from it, from what I seen, just me, what I seen, because I had to go back a couple of times because I looked at it as they always showing our reaction. They're always showing why we reacted to it, but a person does not react like that just to react that way. For instance, when the young man, when he got up, it might have seemed, it would appear that he ran and they tased him. No, dude tased him first after they had already been beating him, and then he got up and ran.
Fight or flight.
And then he got up and ran. I've been tased before, so and I get it. I wasn't on nothing, but I was pissed off and I was mad, and it didn't faze me. It didn't. So he didn't have to be on no drugs or anything like that. His adrenaline was going and he was scared, and and they was beating on him. I mean, after, because you could hear him saying, "I'm trying, I am." And each time he said that, it went from here to there.
Hold on. Let me jump in with that. I saw exactly what you saw. Apparently you missed something. When they pulled him out the thing, he was saying, "What the hell did I do?" He was 100% defensive, and you're supposed to be.
Because they snatched his car door open, and again, if I get pulled over for a DWB, and for those of you that don't know what it is, that's driving while black. You go to snatch my door open and yank me out of. What did I do?
But the fact
is that me resisting?
Hold on, but the fact is, he snatched you out. He stopped you, pulled you over, and you're not being compliant because you inquiring. I'm just telling you what they
How do
saw.
you comply with incomplicity? How do you comply with unlawfulness? How do you comply with you pulled me over for no other reason?
So you understand what y'all saying?
Hold on,
you know what y'all saying, right? You saying you understand the boy did that. I'm telling you, you guys are concurring what I'm saying. You say, how do you do it? You better hold on. You better fucking learn how to do it because they beating your ass.
And you know what?
A woman. Hold on, babe. First, you're a woman. You're a woman. You mouth. Okay. If they pull you over, the attitude goes out the window. You don't nut up. You ain't got enough pounds to fight up like that. Okay. Simple. I don't give a damn phasing you guys or not. At the end of the day, y'all not men. You are a woman.
A black woman at that I think is angry and
but I'm saying
and some people
and a threat
and a threat and you still get beat up whether you a woman.
No, we're not talking about that.
We're
not talking about that. We're talking about this scene right here. The guy was being exactly what you said. Y'all saying exactly what he said.
But we didn't.
Like, what the hell did I do? What the hell?
But we didn't see what happened.
We did see.
Listen,
they pulled him over unjustifiably. We saw that.
Let me just interject really quick because we can go around this table all week. We can literally just do a live and just in nonstop 24/7 stream the millions of reasons of why of what we see wrong. Me being just the hopeful Negro that I am, I would like to see a resolution, a solution. I'm tired of seeing us being killed, man. Like I'm getting choked up, and I'm like, I'm tired of seeing it. So I would like two things. One, and it came to mind when you said, well, you better learn how, you better figure out how. I would love to see our people, maybe somebody that was a former police officer that's melanated, or maybe non-melanated and you for the cause. Or maybe just a different type of melanate, whatever. Start an educational class as to how the hell to interact with police in the middle of a wrongful.
People do it every day on YouTube.
It's us against them. It's us against them. They're not going to come and tell you how they feel like they own.
We need to have some sort of politician in place that's willing to go to bat for changing the training. Because if you're trained to break, we are no longer slaves. Yes. You cannot break people. Hey man, that's fucked up.
Okay, to be perfectly honest.
That's the truth. That's a good point.
I mean, that's a good point. It's a good point. But let's just keep it a buck. We are never going to be equal to them. They're never going to look at us a certain type of way. We're talking
about cops, because these are black cops.
Yeah.
We're talking about cops in general.
I'm talking about cops in general, because at the end of the day, unfortunately, my black is beautiful people that do put on the blue, they agreeing with these folks.
It's a culture. It's a culture.
It's a certain type of thing. So back to what I said in the beginning, it's that culture. They all think that way, because if that was the case, let's just, in my humble opinion, a cop from the hood, grew up in the hood, know how people is, and know how it goes down in the hood.
That training on deprogramming.
He's going to have to choose. That's what we're saying.
I don't even think it's deprogramming. It's he choosing. This is how I eat. This is how I got to protect my family. Not only am I out here protecting my family, still I got to protect myself on this job, because they got to know that I'm about the job and what my training and culture was about.
That's dope. I think that's real dope. But this is the time, since you talk about. I took a little transitional stop.
Little coordination.
Hey, listen, man, this is AkronHipHop.com, and we are the usual suspects. We do this thing every week, you guys. Listen, if you're trying to promote you and your style here in Akron, Ohio, this particular demographic, please give us a call at area code 330-937-2632. The number again is area code 330-937-2632. Shar Johnson, what we got?
Well, this is what I got for you all. Instead of going to the Shade Room, TMZ, or New York Times online, go ahead and support the Reporter newspaper online.com. It is a black-owned, black-operated news outlet for you. Let's get our news from us and for us and by us.
Come on now.
I like it. Okay, and if you want that to continue, you like what it is that you see, make sure you clicky the like, smashy the subscribe button, and then bam on that share button until it breaks.
You better say this, don't delay. What we got, y'all?
Okay, so I just think this is something interesting, if you guys don't mind. I just want to talk about a few things. Just want to pick you guys' brain and see how you feel and what you think. So
You said you had a few topics to touch on. You did the first one. What's the second one?
I said a few questions.
Few questions.
Yes, a few questions about this particular topic that we're talking about right now. The other one, do you guys believe that Mr. Nichols provoked the police to do that to him? I mean, do you think?
No more than Emmett Till provoked his murder.
Oh, we black here today. We black here today. Listen, I don't think there's nothing that brother done or did to provoke anything. Provoke means initiated the bullshit.
Okay.
I don't think at all whatsoever. But however, I did hear someone say on the internet, you know good and goddamn well, when you run from the cops, there's an ass whooping coming at the end of that if they catch you. Now, they say you ain't even got to be consciously black for that situation to even happen. You know, if they have to run, like my wife said, they was out of breath and pissed. They had to call back up and everything. She kept saying, like, she was mad, and she kept talking about how out of breath these people was, that they had to celebrate. They was bigging up themselves about the ass whooping because they was not in condition or anything like that. But did he provoke anything? I'm going to say, hell no.
He did not.
You don't provoke it. But there's a culture. Okay, we in Akron, Ohio. We already know. Hold on. We're in Akron, Ohio. We know what just happened with our brother Jalen Walker.
Right.
Okay, we know. So we're sitting in a unique space right here, speaking to the YouTube community right now on how it feels directly being on the front lines of bullshit like this. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Now we understand our love and stuff goes out to the brothers and sisters in Memphis and the family as well. But that brother, we want you guys to know right here and right now, he didn't do anything to provoke it. It's already, lack of a better words, provoking.
Hold on, let's also shout out the allies too, because I seen the tapes and who was going out, and everybody went brown. All right, and I know I from the looks of it, y'all wasn't just light skinned.
And so what's the mentality is? They always tell you, at least not us, but other people say it's something y'all doing. Just comply. Like when we put up that Facebook post. And y'all need to go see it. Go to akronhiphop.com on Facebook and find the post of Jalen's, was his uncle? Jalen Walker's uncle.
Right.
Okay, you see those thousands upon thousands of comments about the other people, not us, but other people who don't identify like we identify.
Right.
Saying this man's fault. He should have listened. He should have paid attention. And listen, I can't, not what they're saying is not wrong. They just don't feel it like us. If a man is telling you, put your arm behind your back, and you don't, you're not in compliance. That's a fact per definition, regardless of the reason why. Because we may think, as soon as we put our arm behind our back, my face is totally exposed. You're about to start whooping on me anyway, whatever the issue may be. So yeah, we already know. We got history, especially here in Blackburn, Ohio. They're not going to play. So you better know what to do to preserve life. And you got to think about, at the end of the day, how I'm going to protect myself, because they already provoked. Provoked.
I would encourage any of our viewers to, if you are aware of any classes or like good tutorials that are available on YouTube, hey man, share it in the links. We want to see that in the comments so that we can we can share that too.
So expound on the fact if you think he was provoked or not. They were the cops.
No.
Wasn't that the question?
No.
Yeah.
I already said.
I want to know if did he do anything?
Hell no.
To provoke this to
happen. How come Harry down in Hackensack with his AK-47, he was raving around? How come he made it in safe? No, he ain't provoked it. No. Nope.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. Harry from Hackensack or Gilbert McGillicuddy,
okay,
or Florence Mithworth, or whoever the hell you want to call these guys. Okay. They're historically covered from that.
I'm sick of that.
But
y'all gonna have to give me something else. I'm sick of it. I hear it in basketball.
It's a fact, though.
I hear it in
It's a fact.
Pluto used to be a planet.
It's a fact.
I tell you, in 1983, I learned about Pluto, and it was a planet. In 2023, guess what Pluto is? A moon. If y'all don't change it, good Lord.
It's about you changing it.
Right.
But you want them to change. Don't be asking them to change a damn thing.
We have to.
You have to change it.
We need to get, that's what I'm saying. You coordination people.
Okay, you guys. I just want to talk about one more thing before we leave. Y'all kind of touched on it a little bit, but I kind of wanted to come from the usual suspects panel. What are some things that we can tell our Black is Beautiful community, and when it comes to our men? Because I'm gonna start out because I got to tell it to my husband first.
Go pros.
What is some things that we think that we can say to our men, and how important it is for them to come home? I mean, because this man was basically coming home. They said he was a photographer also. That was his little side gig. He went to take pictures of a sunset. You know, I was waiting, and I'm gonna be honest, before we even recorded this, I was looking because I didn't want to get blindsided. I was waiting to see if he was gonna come out and say, oh, he was on drugs or he was high.
Yeah, that might be coming out. They were saying that in the thing. He must be on something. That's
right,
what they were
because
saying.
that's what they kept saying in the video. So I was cautious, like, do I really want, to dive in deep into this, because I need to hear the bull crap, too. So I will be able to, even speak on it, because they kept trying to make it seem like he was on something. And it just seemed like to me, through the door, the jump out boys mustn't have nobody to jump on. And either it was that time of night for them to get off, or they was figuring out what mark they was going to get tonight. Because I heard in another interview that we were watching today, who was it? But it was another YouTuber, that the attorney for the family was saying that another, the Breakfast Club, the Breakfast Club interview, we were listening to that. And the lawyer that was talking to, he said that somebody else had called in and said that they did it to him a couple of nights before, and he was just going to get pizza. And he called down to the police station to do a complaint on them same jump out boys, and nobody called him back. So what is it that we tell our husbands in our communities? What is it we're going to tell them? I'm going to start out. Because my husband is a guy. He is a protector. And I already know mine's going to kill for me. But, baby, you let them get you like that or do anything, you're not going to be there to kill for me. So at the end of the day, especially after I seen what I seen and we talked about in the Joy Floors and the Jalen Walkers here, I'm going to keep it real. I need you to come home.
And how I'm going to do that, dear?
What you going to do? Well, I'm going to tell you like this. And don't get me wrong, and please don't come for me. His door should have been locked. They shouldn't have been able to snatch open his door. So the first thing I would like for you to do, when they pulling you over, when they pulling you over, first thing I want you to do is lock your door. I need your phone to be on live, speakerphone, whatever first. And it is what it is. When you see them walking, I just rather you do like this. If you don't do nothing but crack the window and say, I'm reaching over right now to get whatever you need to get. And when they go to talking about open your car, roll down your window, I'm uncomfortable. I need you to call your superior. I need to talk to your super, because right off the bat, you letting them know you're making me uncomfortable and I'm afraid. I got my hands up, my door's locked, and I'm letting you know. I just need you to come home. Because I don't think in a community, we're telling the community this, because let's just be honest. The blue was against us.
All right. I know where you're going. And I hear you. And as a man, and as a guy, and as a guy with responsibilities, I owe it to you, my dear, to make it home by any means necessary. I really do. However, I don't want to come home with nubs, bent down head, and anything like that. I'm afraid of that. If I'm incompetent, impotent, or anything from this ass whooping, are you going to be there because I look fucked up and different? I'm just saying. I'm just being funny, though. Hold on. You went too serious, right? So I just got to say it, because you do take on a new look after that ass whooping, okay? And some people can't work no more. So the ass whoopings these cops are handing out, you're not going to be the same. Now, are you going to be there with me and take care of me, wiping my ass, forever or whatever? Because if I'm going to come home, I'm coming home with my nub and my new child. Okay, I'm just saying. But listen, I was just trying to make light of it. But you know, I got you. You know, I got you. Well, we're trying not to laugh, but that's the truth.
I mean,
You gonna be like, I done made it home and bust my ass and make it home. Literally got my ass busted. I mean, I'm all messed up. And she's always complaining about my teeth. You know, I ain't got no more teeth. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. After you done got your ass whooped, are you going to be the woman that's going to make me feel like I did the right thing to come home to you? Now I'm not working. What you going to do? You going to double work for me? Now, so at the end of the day, I have to have all of that, and I'm being funny. I have to have all that in my mind, okay? My job is to make sure you're protected. And if I'm gone, I'm not. But I also know the harsh realities. Let motherfucker get fired. How long you going to be with your man and he fired, let alone got no nubs even do the work? Hey, man, listen. Hey,
but look,
I'm just keeping it real. I feel you, though.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about me.
Yeah,
I got you.
I feel you, but also remember,
I'm gonna get home.
Self.
I'm gonna get home.
Look, black men do for self, not for the blue and the hoo-hoos. They do for self.
You better say it.
I'm gonna add this because I liked what some of what both of y'all said. them nubbies. I don't know. Ain't got no motif. I'm not for, but some of what both. But I will say, biggest takeaway is consistency, right? What do you say to her? Something that consistently, right? Our black men should be loved and celebrated consistently. They shouldn't leave out the door or come back in without knowing that their presence is required.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's a necessity. So whether it's in the lives of the children, the lives of the wives, family, or what have you, black men hold it down across the board. So they should be admonished and treated as such. Right. Now. So I feel like they should consistently be so that they know there's no question in their mind, body, soul, spirit, heart that I need to come back home. You know what I mean? Now, so then my next thing is, hey, well, we're gonna have to level up so that we can get some grow pros, so we can have some cameras in the front and the back, so that we can get the little sticker thing to put the insurance and license right there, so you don't have to. You can just nope, my hands aren't coming off the steering wheel. My information is right there on the window. You can see it from there and take your information from there, and you ain't got to interact. Though, and a lot of those products are melanated made. You know what I mean?
Cool, you better say it and don't delay it.
Yeah, it's just a fact. So I mean, it would be what is it? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of salve.
Okay.
Right. So I think that we need to have some sort of preventative mindset. You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of our people being taken out of here.
Literally out their cars and then out of here.
Out their cars, off their bikes, out their homes. Because let's not forget how many people
they come to your house.
A police officer woman goes into the wrong house and shoots a black man in his house, rightfully.
Hey, it'll be a sad day.
Black woman in her bed has warrant wrongfully served upon her, is murdered in her bed. So it really don't even take us being out here in these streets.
What it takes is you to know for a fact that you are a human being. You have your right on this earth to protect yourself like an equal human being, not to assume somebody's going to treat you like you equal. We come from the paradigm where it's acceptable behavior for less treatment. I'm just being honest.
I know I ask for a lot from in the comment section. I've been just, hey, if you get in the comments and do this for me, I would all it was like, yo, but make sure you share this episode, okay? Make sure you are interacting in the comments. If you have a different viewpoint or you feel like we should have expounded upon something a bit better, say so. If there's a link, some awareness, a class, a video, we need all that information. You know what I mean? We've got to coordinate. We've got to come together. You know what I mean? It's that's just the bottom line. And if we don't, we all might just be out of here.